Okay, everyone, welcome to another episode of Geek of the Web. And again, for Tuesday's segment, it is Dad, a Kid, and His Games. And this is your host, Bash. So, again, kind of just picking up where I left off from the last one. So, like I said, we do want to cover being a single dad, doing video games, enjoying what you do, and still being, a dad at the same time. So, like I said earlier in my last video, you just want to try to get through everything. And with that being said, let's say you've gotten to that point where you are through everything. So now we got to make time to play our games. Now, I know a lot of people out there are first person shooters, third person shooters, RPG players. Try to incorporate your kids into them somehow, though. Now, I wouldn't recommend first person shooters or third person shooters, though, because, you don't know what's going to stick with them until they're older. I mean, they give you like an RPG, like a fantasy game. Those are so much fun. Like, I know I'm not a huge third RPG player or role playing player when it comes to video games, but I do recommend to try to do those if you want to stick with gaming. Even if it's not your cup of tea, start trying it. You never know. I mean, maybe you just need to find that right game. Some people like Elder Scrolls, some people like Guild Wars, some people like Borderlands. I know Borderlands is not really an RPG, but still, it's an open sandbox kind of game where it's a little more fantasy related. And I recommend trying those games out first. Figure out one you like. I know a lot of them have been canceled over the years. You got WoW, of course, and I know that kind of bites for those of us who are single dads. You're trying to save some money. You don't want to be spending every month $15 or $17, whatever the case is, and however much it is. I don't remember anymore. It's been quite a few years since I've played it. But trying to find a game that it's okay to play around your kids. Yeah, I know that kind of leans more towards kiddier games, maybe, or softer games. What I mean by that is not something with a lot of blood and gore and watching heads explode, but maybe more like sci-fi, fantasy. If of course all of us who are my age now, 30, we grew up on Nintendo. So Nintendo buy a Switch. The Switch is coming out, so buy the Nintendo Wii U or buy the Switch when it comes out, and play that. They have a lot of more kidly friendly games, but games that we have that nostalgia for. Like Zelda's coming out on the Switch. And I think on the Wii U, you got Mario Odyssey coming out for the Switch. You have a bunch of Mario games for your consoles, for the Wii U, and even the Wii if you want to go that far back. That would be my recommendation. If you still want to consider trying to be a hardcore gamer doesn't mean playing first person and third person shooter. It doesn't mean playing Gears of War. It doesn't mean playing Call of Duty. It doesn't mean playing Battlefield. It just means playing video games in general. That is what a true hardcore gamer is. Someone who plays anything and everything. That's why I consider myself a hardcore gamer. I don't consider myself hardcore Call of Duty or Battlefield. I do consider myself hardcore Halo fan because I love Halo. I love everything about it. I do consider myself a die-hard Gears of War fan. I love this franchise. But I don't consider myself just those. I love everything. So I would recommend trying to do something like that. Try to get your fix in video games by playing something not you would normally play maybe, but try it. You never know. And I would also recommend a handheld. The 3DS is the best example. I mean, you get the PS Vita out there, but I don't even know how many, 6 people own that thing, I think, maybe 7. But you have the Nintendo DS, or 3DS, or 2DS, whichever one you want to play. There's a crud ton of video games available for that one. There's probably over 1,000 video games between the game library for the 3DS. I mean, probably exaggerated. Probably 100 games, 200 games, maybe 300. But remember, with the 3DS, you can download some of the classic games are on there. So you can go look for some of the old school games. You can look for some of the independent publisher games. You can look for the cartridge games on there, or you can go to GameStop, Best Buy, whatever, and buy them. The thing is, that's something else you could try, and you could do that, while your kid's napping in your arms. Because again, when they're 1 to 2, take advantage of that app. Take advantage of it as much as you can. So when they're that small, put your little arm and be like, I'm going to play some DS now. And then you just kind of play your 3DS. It's a way to also enjoy it. And of course, when they are asleep, maybe if you're like me and you love your headphones, get some Turtle Beach headphones. Arctic, I think, is the other brand. I like Turtle Beach right now. I'm going to try the other brand when I get some money, hopefully. But wear your Turtle Beach headphones, mute the TV, you can see where they're at in their sleep. You can judge that. Put your first-person shooter on. Put that blood and gore on. Get your little fix while they nap. And try to incorporate them in it too. If they want to push buttons on your 3DS, let them. If they want to push buttons on your Wii Remote or Wii U, or if you, like I said, the Switch is coming out on March 3rd, then let them play with it. That helps get you your fix, gets them exposed to more video games, gets them to understand that, this is a video game, this isn't real, and you talk to them about it when they get older. Explain to them this is fake, this isn't real. So that way when they are like 6, 7, a little bit older, they understand that it's not a real thing, it's fake, it's pixelated, it's fake blood, it's fake people, nothing's real, it's all fantasy. And that's why even to this day, my daughter's about to be 7 in a couple of months, I make sure I still do not play Call of Duty or Battlefield around her, because that is still too realistic for me. Yes, I can explain to her it's fake, blah, blah, blah. Personally, though, I stay away from it while she's awake. The moment she's asleep, though, don't get me wrong, I'll play it. Now, Halo, I'll play a little bit more around her because I can explain to her that those are creatures and fantasy, and it's a sci-fi disc. And that to me is okay. That I don't mind. But again, find your preference, see what's good for you, see what you like, see what you're willing to do. And that's my cat in the background if you heard her. And see what you're willing to play around your child when it comes to video games. But again, try to find that time that you yourself can make for your child and for your video games. And like I said, that's the main key. So find something that you can do and while they are there. So, like I said, take advantage of the napping. Take advantage of them being asleep. Adults, let's face it, we push ourselves. We try to sleep 5 hours and work 16-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts. That's just us. That's what we do. But that's what I'm saying. That's our stick. That's what we do. So try to see what's good for you when it comes to that. Now, don't care what. And I'm moving on from the whole video game part. If you got your fix, if you understand it, good. If you don't, leave a comment, ask me questions. I'll be glad to walk you through it with you. Help you figure out something good for you to do. My next thing is, don't let people judge what you do. Or let me rephrase. Don't let people's opinions matter to you when it comes to that. If you want to put your kid in a Spider-Man pajamas or Spider-Man t-shirt, do it. Let the kid have fun. Let them like what they're doing. If you want to put them in something else, put them in something else. My kid enjoyed Star Wars. She still does. She doesn't know the whole lore, but she likes doing it. My kid also likes Spider-Man, Batman. Who cares? I remember people telling me she's a little girl. That's not what little girls are into. Really? So you don't have Miss Marvel, Spider-Gwen, Silk, or Mrs. Fantastic. You have Jean Grey. We have so many female superheroes out there that, yeah, she can be into it if she wants. Let her. Who cares? Because that's something that makes her happy. Whether if it's Nova, Spider-Man, Silver Surfer, let her have fun. Let them enjoy being what it is. They don't care if it's boy, girl. They just like this character. It's us as adults that project female, male. Who cares? Who gives a flying fuck if it's a male or a female that they like? If it's Captain America or Miss Marvel, who cares? She can like whoever she wants. The other argument could be in that, Marvel and DC don't push the female characters enough, or they're too overly sexualized. Yes, you can go with that, of course. But like Spider-Gwen, you don't do something like that. Spider-Gwen isn't overly sexualized, and she's fully covered. She's not half hanging out. My girlfriend loves her, Kira. She falls out what she goes by. She loves Spider-Gwen. She loves Deadpool. My kid likes Deadpool, but I don't let her read Deadpool. My kid likes Spider-Gwen and Silk and Spider-Man and Batman and Harley Quinn. She likes all of them. But let them like whoever. It doesn't matter, because that's not going to do anything to them. I always tell people, I read comics because I can connect with the character. Yes, it's to get lost in the story, blah, 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 but I have a connection. Hence why I love Spider-Man. And if you see over my head, I love Silver Surfer. And I love Nova right above my head. Silver Surfer's over there. But, I love them two characters because of the struggles they go through, especially Silver Surfer, being who he is. I enjoy reading that because I can understand those kind of struggles. Nova I like just because I love that space aspect. I love being out there, seeing what he would see. And I have a buddy who loves Ninja Turtles. That's all he reads and listens to is Ninja Turtle stuff. And everyone has their own little niche. Everyone finds what they like and what they don't like. Who cares if your child likes Spider-Man? They like Spider-Man because Spider-Man's funny. We have the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. Who cares? Who cares if they like them, and who cares if they like Miss Marvel? But that's the one thing I always got was, oh, she's a little girl. She has to like, Barbies and this and that. No, they don't. They can like whatever they want. Sorry for the lighting. I'm trying to get better lighting source, but right now the lighting's terrible. So I do apologize. I'm trying to lower it a little bit more. There we go. It makes it a little bit better. But, my hair's a mess. So this is the other thing. Don't care what you look like. My hair's a mess, but I'm still doing this. I don't care. That's how I am. And whenever you're out there as a gamer, don't care what people think. And so I've said in the last video, and I'm saying it now. Don't care what people think. And on that note, let your daughter, let your son like whoever. If your son likes Spider-Woman, let him like Spider-Woman. If your little girl likes Spider-Man, let her like Spider-Man. It's not going to change who they are. It's not going to affect them. And it's not going to be like, oh, she liked little Spider-Man, so now she's going to be what? Nothing. She's going to like Spider-Man. Who cares? I've seen so many cosplays of female Spider-Man out there, Spider-Woman's, whatever. Who cares? Gender bender. That's what they call it. Who cares? So don't let anyone tell you that they have to like one thing or they have to like another. They can like whatever they want. And trust me, as they get older, when they go to school, they go to preschool and all that, they will find the whole, I like more this versus more that. But it does take them time. But when they get exposed to more and more little boys and little girls, they'll see what they want to go towards and what they like. Like right now, my daughter's watching PJ Masks. She likes that show. But that's not a boy show. But some of the kids at school are like, look at it like that is. Who cares? There's a little girl in it. There's little boys in it. Who cares? It's a TV show. It doesn't matter. But that's what we project to our children project to other children. So don't let anyone ever get to you when it comes to that. Just be yourself. Whatever influences your child in that sense, let it influence them. Let them pick who they want, though. I have a friend who insisted that she hates certain characters, so she will not let her kids see those characters. And I'm like, you are pushing that because you just don't like them, but you don't know if your child will. I love Spider-Man. Like I said, it's my favorite one. Her favorite character is Batman. So at that, that's where it comes to the whole thing. Do you expose them to everything? Did you? You know what? See, like I said, I'm talking to my kid right now. Did you or not? You just went to the bathroom. What did you do? Now. And the other stuff. So, and see, you can hear some of the stuff in the background. You gotta stay on them. And while I'm doing these, I'm gonna stay on them. I'm still gonna be a father to my daughter, no matter what. But if you look around our apartment, maybe one day me and Tree Poles will show you. We have a bunch of comic book stuff on our walls. I built a TV stand with my buddy. All systems, all statues. It's covered. And it influences her. Yes, she likes Batman. She likes Spider-Man. She likes Nova. She likes Surfer. She likes Spider-Man. Who cares? It's not going to change who she is later in life. She's stubborn, but that's not because of comics and video games. It's because that's how I am. I'm stubborn. So just remember that, everybody. Don't let people around you tell you what to do, how to do it, how to raise your child, because only you can raise your child the way you want. Don't let your parents, don't let your grandparents, don't let anyone influence that otherwise. I know my mom in the beginning was a little, she's a girl. And I kept saying, who cares? Who cares? And guess what? My daughter loves dresses. But she'll put a dress with a stormtrooper on if she could, because that's her. And your child will find that little niche that they like. And that's what makes them special. And that's what makes you a better parent, by letting them pick who they want. Like I said, my other friend won't let her kid watch certain things. Eventually her kid might find them and like them. Eventually her kid may not and never like them. But don't force what you hate and what you like onto them. Let them choose. Don't ever say the word hate around them. Don't ever say, I hate this game, I hate this comic, I hate this person, because then you instill hate into them. You can say dislike. You can say, I just don't play that. Or I just don't read those. But just in the end, let them know they can choose whatever they want to do. I'll make a quick video. I just want it to be about 15 minutes long. I don't want these things to be too long. That's my stick for today. Like I said, let them choose. Let them be them. Again, if you have any questions, if you want to hear what I feel on certain subjects, or how to get through certain things in life with being a single dad, please leave us a comment. Question it. Like the video, subscribe, and let us know what you think. And that's the best thing that we can do to help you out, because I'm just going to kind of ramble on these videos as I am right now until we get some more content of this is what we want to hear, this is what we want to see. So Vash, let me know. I want to know how you changed a kid's diaper while reading a comic book. I want to know this. And I'll tell you. Fun story. There's some really funny stories. There's one about a kid falling out of the bed when she was like 2 weeks old. So, but again, guys, be yourself. And y'all have a good one. Vash, checking out. Remember, please comment below your questions so I know what to answer. And there should be some more videos up tonight. And if you're watching this on Tuesday the 17th, there should be at least 2 videos up tonight. Hopefully at least 1, but praying 2. If I can get Kira to do it. But you guys have a great night.